Give myself a little bit more elbow room to move around. Praise and power, and welcome to a moment of harmony. I am so excited for us to get into today's episode. For those that are tuning in live, that normally do tune in live, I don't know why I can't get my seat where I need to be. Sorry, guys. We are coming in a little bit late today. I have not been feeling super great. I actually was going back and forth with rescheduling for a Sunday moment, but I have a lot going on in the weekend, and a Sunday moment may not be possible. So I'm just going to go ahead and push through today for a moment of harmony, but I'm sure it won't be much because, when we get to dialoguing together and we get to working together, it all just works itself out. So I'm super excited. And again, welcome to a moment of harmony. We are in a manifestation moments series. We are manifesting more. We are getting so close to the goal of February the 7th, which will be the day after my 40th birthday. And I'm in my last year of my 30s. We're in the last year of a lot of things. We have all declared together that we are in the last year of a lot of things. We're putting a lot of things behind us. We are doing away with things that no longer serve us. We are moving towards greater and more. Even if you feel like, you don't feel like you're in a horrible space, or you don't feel like you're in a bad space, but there is more desire in your heart for this life, for this one beautiful life that you have. You are in the right place for us to manifest more, to bring in more to and for and with ourselves. And so I'm super excited about that. Again, I am definitely under the weather today. Not feeling super duper great. But I am going to push through this moment, so bear with me. You guys are always really good. It's a mommy mercy, and it is needed today. So we are in a manifestation moment series. We are, again, I have been going through week by week. We took a little bit of a deviation last week to honor uh, the life and the legacy of one of my super awesome comrades. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Mr. Carter. Um, welcome to a moment of harmony. We are coming in again for those that watch me in real time. I'm coming in on the late end because I'm not feeling super great today, but I am pushing through because there's so much going on the weekend that I didn't know if I could postpone. So just letting my chat members know we're thugging it out today. Um, but so in our moment series now, manifesting more, we're manifesting more, we're bringing more into our lives, we're magnetizing more into ourselves. I have been getting a great deal of material, even though I recently got the information on a new book, which I also am going to be reading as I am unfolding this entire series because we have time. In one breath, we seem like we have a lot of time to get to February, and sometimes it doesn't seem like we're going to take long to get there at all. But there's a book now by what is her name? Edwina Robinson. Hope I'm not messing up her name. But she has a book that God is waiting on you. Her book is all about God, dreams, wishes, and manifestations. Manifestations that she calls God dreams. It looks like a super amazing book, and I'm definitely going to be delving into that. But primarily, the sources that I've been using as far as the laws of attraction and bringing good things into us and transitioning and repositioning ourselves and moving our energy into more positive spaces have been the secret. Of course, I've used many other material, not just that, but I primarily sought into the secret. The movies, the documentaries, all those types of resources, and that also includes this cool little calendar book that I have that I received on my birthday last year, or as a birthday gift, probably not on the day, but as a birthday gift last year. And I have been loosely curating our manifestation moments around a subject per week. So I'm going to go ahead and read this week's excerpt, and then we're going to get all up into our moment. And this week's moment is entitled Peace. This week's moment is entitled It's All Good. It's all good, right? We're going to get into it's all good and moving into what all good looks like for us. Peace, bestie. Girl, I needed you on the line today too, girl, because bestie is on. Welcome. I'm not super feeling great today, but I'm pushing, and you help me push. Okay, now the excerpt is entitled the excerpt goes as, not entitled, Good is underneath every single thing that appears to be negative. If we know that good is all there is, including in a negative situation, then we will see a negative situation transform into all good. Most people keep the good away from themselves because they label something as bad. And then, of course, that becomes their reality. But there is no bad in the universe. It is just our inability to see things clearly from the bigger perspective. Peace comes from knowing that good is all that exists. What a large what a big bite, okay, of positivity to swallow and digest. But I want to break that down a little bit because I did think it was an extraordinary, beautiful concept into moving into our bigger and better selves, into seeing our bigger pictures and being able to actualize them into our lives. And of course, when we don't believe something, we don't achieve something. That's literally how that works. If we don't see it and we don't know it and we don't believe in it, we haven't owned it, we haven't claimed it, it does not become ours. And a lot of times, again, just like the excerpt is saying, we go into labeling of our life and our life's experiences, and as we label them, so they shall be. So we're going to get into how do we get our spirits and minds aligned with the idea that all things in our lives are good, are happening to us for our good, are moving us towards our good, are illuminating in us good. Okay? So and how does that move us into manifesting more? Because that's our whole series, right? We're manifesting more. Okay, today's series is entitled It's All Good. We're going to get into the measure of good and how we can work with that in our development and allow it to work for us. Then we're going to work with experiences and exchanges and how every experience is an exchange for us. And then we're going to go into how we are completely undefeated. A lot of times when we think about all good, we're like, it's not all good. But if we look at our lives and where we are today, if you are on this stream, if you are listening to my voice, if you are living, breathing, being of life, then you are undefeated. You're here. So we're going to go into all good is actually possible. And we want to really work hard on that as it pertains to our manifesting more, bringing in more, believing in more, and knowing that more belongs to us. So it's all good, right? So the first part of it's all good, I want to get into the measure of good. In a terminology like it's all good, it's not saying it's all perfect. It's not saying it's all easy. We're not saying it's all constant, right? We're saying that it's good. And when we say that it is all good, what is it that we're saying spiritually? What is it that we're declaring and understanding within ourselves in order to completely have every single circumstance in our lives, every instance, every chapter, every moment, ding, work for us? And when we're saying it is all good in a moment of harmony, we're measuring in grace and growth. We're not measuring in pain, we're not measuring in trauma, we're not measuring in comparison, we're measuring in gain, or I'm sorry, grace and growth. That's how we are measuring good in the terminology and in the intentionality used in this moment today of it's all good. I want us to be able to look at our circumstances, look at our situations, look at our realities, and be able to come to a space of, but is it truly all good? Because I do feel like if we go, again, like we read in the excerpt, when we begin to label like this part of my life is good, but this part is not. This part of my life is working, but this part is not. This part is becoming, but this part is not. And it becomes an acceptance and it becomes a staple and it becomes an anchor in that area of our lives. But being able to understand that even the bad, the negative, the low is working for our good if we are being intentional about our good really begins to shift, like the excerpt says, it begins to shift the perspective to where we realize that there really is no bad. All that existing is good for us. Peace and welcome to a moment of harmony. Now, again, it sounds all like, but I want us to just rewire our defining of this life. I want us to not see easy as good, simple as good, fast as good, Good, again, we want it to be seen as grace and growth. Was there grace in the situation or circumstances you are a part of? Was there growth and gain? Oh, thank you so much. Was there growth and gain in the situation and the circumstances that you were a part of? And if so, that is how we are measuring good. When I look back over my life, and I spoke recently to a very dear sister of mine who is going through a deep transformation in her life right now, and I was letting her know right now it doesn't look good, it doesn't feel good. But I can go back over many situations over my life where I would just be like, why didn't I have a certain childhood? Why didn't I have this type of catering or attentiveness to me growing up? Why didn't I have these types of realities? We watch TV, we read books, we see these fairy tale realities, these prim and proper peace and thank you and welcome. We see these type of, and I just want to give a big shout out to the chat. It's very beautiful, very positive today. I'm super grateful. I really need it. I'm not feeling super great, and you guys are like really understanding the assignment. So thank you all so much. Um, so when I look back over my childhood and I look over having to be self-sufficient, when I look over learning tools to self-soothe, finding peace in chaos, and when I went now as an adult and I look into my line of work, I look into my vocation, I look into my mission, I look into my purpose, and I understand that there was no part of it, not even when I was afraid, not when I was alone, not when I was confused. There was no part of it that wasn't building towards my good, that wasn't constructing in me a skill, that wasn't constructing in me a reality, a developmental tool that would be needed, that I would have, that I would pull out, and that I would work on. And so it goes back. And when I say it's all good, yes, look at you. What are you doing on here, Big Slim? We haven't seen you in forever. Welcome back. There we go. We're back. There was a frozen moment in the screen. I don't know why that happens. Because I did do my do not disturb. And so I'm wondering if I'm still glitching when people try to call, even though the call doesn't come through. YouTube, we gotta work on that. We gotta get that together. We have to get that together. Okay. Um, and then it made me forget where I was. But I know we were talking about just the measure of good and just um, going back into our youth and our childhood, going throughout our lives in situations that we felt were breaking us, situations that we felt were bad for us. And I am not minimizing anyone's trauma, anyone's abuse, anyone's journey at all. I'm not saying that something bad that happened to you was a good thing. I'm not saying that you are wrong and acknowledging or understanding a wrong or injustice. What I am saying is that your life should not be built on a wrong or an injustice, nor should it be held back or you be imprisoned by wrong or injustice, by trauma or by pain. That these things, in fact, do become stepping stools to the greater, grander version of who you are. Your work, your mission, your what you have to contribute becomes what you've gathered. What you have to contribute in this world becomes what you've gathered, and our experiences become what we've gathered, which brings us into our next point. So when I'm saying it's all good, when I'm looking into a future that I am excited about, when I'm looking into a life that I believe in, when I lay in a bed and I rest on a day that I've given my full self to, I want to be able to come in a space of peace of saying it's all good. Not that it was all easy. Not that it was all simple, not that it came so fast, but that it was all good. It is for my good. It is unfolding for my good. It is challenging and building in me good. And if I see it that way, if I experience it that way, if I acknowledge it that way, and I'm intentional that way, we are in a manifestation moment. We are talking about using our mental and spiritual beingness to pull in and magnetize the greatness that exists for us in this life. And in order to do that, we have to be able to see clearly and stand clearly on the greatness that already exists in our lives. We are bringing in and welcoming to our lives a familiarity of good, grand, more. And in order to do that, we have to be able to see that right where we are today and being able to look at our lives and say, it's all good. It's all good. Look at who I am. Look at who I've become. Look at what I've learned. And yes, we are still learning. Yes, we are still becoming. Yes, we are still unpacking. I'm not going to say you won't catch me slipping. I have some people on the line that know me very closely, and you can catch me in a good vent. And it may not sound like this, but what I am saying is that it will come out in my favor. And if it works out in my favor, peace, and yes, bestie, thank you. If it works out, and welcome, welcome. If it works out in my favor, then it is for my good. If this will work out in my favor, it is for my good. If you are going through a joblessness, if you are going through financial dismay, if you are going through a divorce, if you are healing through an illness, if you are working through identity crisis, if this works out in my favor, this is what we're talking about when we say manifesting more. I'm not just asking or wishing on a clover or a wishbone or a star. I am saying that the Creator will completely bring into existence, that the universe will deliver, that I will magnetize, that I will create in a reality, Jinyame, an existence for me in perfect alignment with who I am and what I deserve. And if it works out that way, if this works out in my favor, then it is good. The lessons that I'm learning about speaking up for myself, good. The lessons that I'm learning about prioritizing myself, good. The lessons that I am learning in discernment, good. The lessons that I am learning in transforming and filtering trauma into good, good. Right? The phoenix that is rising, good. The rose that is growing through concrete, good. If it is working out in my favor, it's all good. I'm looking at this situation. I'm looking at chaos. I'm looking at foolishness. I'm looking at people in their processes and situations in their tower moments. And I am saying it is all good because I am operating in a vibration that brings in the relief. I'm operating in a vibration that brings in the happy ending, that brings in the peace, that brings in a refuge, that brings in an answer, that brings in a reality that I deserve to operate within. And therefore, it is all good. I thank y'all all for bearing with me, y'all. I am struggling this morning. I don't feel so great, okay? I'm getting under the weather. Something is getting to me. So bear with me that I'm pushing. But we are having this moment, okay? We're going to have this moment. So it is all good. And for us to get to that spiritual, emotional, mental place of understanding that it is all good. Thank you. Thank you, Baba. For us to get to that place, we have to redefine our measure of good. I want us to be able to get into the place of understanding that every experience that we have is an exchange. Before we put a label on our lives like a good life or a bad life, I want us to understand that our lives are made up of moments and exchanges of experiences. And all we can say is that this was a learning experience, this was a teaching experience, or this was an experience of relief. Now, many of us that are going into this life intentionally, every experience, right? We are forever students. If you're a forever student, then every experience is a teaching experience. Every experience either confirms or what is it? Confirms or contributes to everything that you are. Confirms what you already know or contributes to something that you need to understand. It is all a learning experience. I want us to be able to understand that instead of gauging our experiences, because we're asking, when we ask for manifestation, when we ask for grand greatness, when we ask for healing and transformation, we are asking for better experiences. Essentially, we're saying that it's not the big mansion that I want. It is the experience of safety. It is the experience of quality. It is the experience of calm. It is the worrying less, right? It is the safety. It is the experience of protection. That's the word I was looking for. When most of the things that we're asking for, and we're not coming from a material nature, if you're not coming from a surface nature, many of us that are saying, I want to live in this type of place, and I want to work in this type of environment, I want to marry this type of person, I want to raise these type of people, I want to build with these type of people. We're talking about experiences because the people will change, right? The addresses will change, the locations will change, will physically, emotionally, mentally change. It's life. But what we're talking about are the experiences. And every experience has an exchange. And before we begin to adopt a good or bad definition that we put on a life that really blocks us from building and magnetizing what we truly desire, because we're so busy defining good, bad, worthy, unworthy. It's distracting, it's limiting us, and it's what is it? It's retarding our maturization process because we're so busy trying to be like, I like this and I don't like this. And our experiences weren't intended for us to pay that type of attention to them. They were to be utilized like an alchemist. And I have to shout out my Baba, like an alchemist. They are to be utilized. If I told you that every experience is to be set in the palm of the hand of a righteous being, a being of light, illumination. I know we take righteous and we think of it very religiously. We think of it very fanatically. I'm saying righteous in terms of simply right. A right being, a being that seeks to do things right, a being that balances, a being that works in my God. If I did something wrong, I will rectify. I will speak truth, and I will speak honesty, and I will be my best version of myself, and I will work towards rectification when I am not righteous. Okay, don't take it. Don't take what I'm not giving. Okay, so and if you do, just know that's your decision, right? So, but a righteous being that has a circumstance, that has energy in their hand, you have the ability as the creator, shout out to PLM, the creator becoming creation by becoming creation created, by being one with creation in Jin Yame, you have the ability and the power to alchemize whatever is given to you. This is the ability of the divine, right? This is what we're doing today. We are elevating. This is why we're here, is because we are transforming, and we understand that is the daily duty of a righteous being of light, is to take what we see. See, a lot of us, even me, and being sick this morning, not feeling good this morning, it is because all week I have been taking energy from others, and I have been taking it within myself, and I have been digesting it, and I have been working with it, and I have been praying on it, and I have been moving it out. Now I haven't been balanced, right? I haven't worked out the way I need to work out, or eat all the way I needed to eat, knowing that I am in a process of alchemization. I needed to really invest into that process more. And I'm saying that is what we have to understand about experiences. No good life, no bad life, experiences. And how have I alchemized the experiences? How can I not be in childlike immaturity or childlike thought? Because when I was a child, I thought as a child, as a divine being, I alchemize, I create. And so this is what manifestation is about. I am not a victim of my life or my circumstances. I am not a peasant to the throne of my dreams or my realities. I am the creator in the flesh of source energy. I am who I am. I am that. I create what it is that I desire. So once I know the power that I possess, I can no longer label a life good or bad. I can't say that this was good, that was bad. All I can say is that it is all for the good, because in my righteousness, don't take it too deeply, I am good. I am good. You are good. He is good. She is good. Therefore, when an experience is placed within me, I am I am endowed with the ability to make it good. Therefore, it is all good. You can't hand me something that I can't work in my own favor. You can't hand me something that I can't work in my own favor. I will learn and I will elevate in every experience. Not a good life, not a bad life, an exchange of experiences. And because I have an exchange of experiences, I learn to create for myself differently. Manifestation. So then let's think about the game of Monopoly. In the game of Monopoly, essentially, there are no wins or losses. I know you can lose, I know you can win, but I'm talking about the dynamic of the game generally. It's a game that goes on and never ends. The reason why this game is so long is because there is no clear cut win and loss in the game of Monopoly. Monopoly becomes a game not of wins and losses, but of gains and growths. It becomes a game of learning. What have you invested in? It becomes a game of who are you partnering up with? Who are you working with? Remember, we begin to exchange in Monopoly. I'll give you these houses for that property. At the end of the day, we're strategizing to lace up a whole block, right? We're strategizing that even if you land in jail in the game, even if you land in jail, you're making money because of what you've been able to invest and hold on into yourself. It becomes peace. Thank you so much. It becomes, yes, Ashe. It becomes a game of gains and growth. At the end of Monopoly, we don't choose a winner per se by the last man standing, because that game, again, it could be 2 or 3 days. Shout out to my big brother Majestic. It was one of his favorite games, and we would definitely be a weekend of Monopoly, okay? We were serious about it. But the thing with the Monopoly is it was who gained the most. How much money did you have? And even sometimes it was property, right? We would still be able to say peace. We would still be able to say at the end of the game, we're going to not only count the money, but what is your worth in property? Our experiences become our investments into ourselves. We experience loss. We experience disappointment. We experience betrayal. And it doesn't become what is it, the nail in your coffin. It becomes a tool in your tool belt for growth and development. And for those of us that are able to use that as a tool as opposed to the nail, we're able to say it's all good. I know now when people say things to me, my spirit of discernment, my ability to assess has come from all of the dysfunction of the society that we live in, right? It has come from the exploitation of children and women and communities. It has come from the oppressive mindsets of others that have allowed me to understand true freedom and peace. It has allowed me to not be caught up in the physical and the tangible, and to understand what it really takes. It is all good. I promise you that it is all good. I promise you that it is working out for your good. I promise that if you see it and you experience it, not what you label it as. This is not a life of labels. They teach us that, because if we label it a certain way, then we will go after labels, meaning we'll need the designer. I'm not hating on designer. You know what I'm saying? It's your girl. But I don't need it, right? It does not define me, because if I begin to label life, I will label myself. I will become slave to labels, and they can tell me that I am depressed, or they can tell me that I am this or I am that, because I subscribe to labels and I label my own life on myself. I say that we are not in a place, not in manifesting, because if they say that you are this person, you are a depressed person, or they label you, as some type of thing. I know one of the big labels that's all on me, single mother, right? And single mother is a label that ostracizes a woman. And I'm not knocking any mother raising children. Listen, this is real work. I'm not saying this is a game, right? I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm saying being careful of the labels and the names that you answer to, and the names that your life answers to, when we're talking even bigger into manifestation. My life does not answer to broke, right? My life does not answer to poverty. My life does not answer to lack. And sometimes our lives do. We're wondering why we're asking for more and not receiving more, because we've labeled our lives a bad life. We've labeled ourselves as missing out. We labeled ourselves as too late, too old, too fat, too negative, whatever. Right? We've labeled ourselves, and just being able to say it's all good. This is good. Young Harmony was good. Getting older Harmony is good. Aging Harmony is good. Listen, Mama Harmony is great. The elder, right? The apartment Harmony was good. The townhouse Harmony is good. Mansion Harmony, great. It is all good. Whatever season you are in, wherever you are moving towards peace and welcome, it is all good. And that's what keeps us moving towards more coming in. These beautiful things that are waiting for us in their life, the baby that you're waiting for, the husband or wife that you're waiting for, the job that you're waiting for, the career that you're waiting for, the answer that you're waiting for, it is coming to you, but it only will settle in a good place. Good things only come to good places. You won't be negative and you won't be low waiting on a man of your dream. Why would he walk into a life like that? Why would she walk into a mind like that? Why would a baby come into a body like that? Why would a dream of this life, why would such a career come into a space of condemnation, a space of regret, a space of rejection, a space of lack of hope? Be careful what your life is answering to, and stop labeling your life as good life, bad life, and they are experiences. And all of the experiences are working towards my good. Therefore, it is all good. I am not bad wanting good. I am good expecting good. Do you see the difference in how you magnetize that to you? Thank you, boo boo. Look at my bestie going off. And I know everybody doesn't see this in real time, and they're going to be like, what? But my bestie is going off. Okay. She's doing that. She's doing that. Okay. So I am not bad wanting good, hoping good, begging for good, wishing for good. I am good expecting good. That is how magnetization works. So when it comes to, is this a good day or a bad day? Was this a good conversation or a bad conversation? Was this a good event or a bad event? I want us to redirect our language and what we are putting out into the universe for who we are and what we deserve. And I want us to say experiences. Every experience has an exchange. This will help us understand the definition of it's all being good, because in this experience, I had a conversation, and in this experience, it was an altercation, and the experience was low vibrational, but the lesson was learned, and therefore I gained, and there was growth, and I can define that as good. It's all good. Right? It is all working for my good. And again, I'm not saying a definition of good versus bad. I'm saying a definition of good as in God, good as in source energy, good as in universal energy. And that is the only energy that we subscribe to. That is the only thing that we're working towards. That is the only thing that we invest in, those of us of righteous nature and righteous doing. Again, don't get hung up on the word righteous. Don't get fanatical and religious about it unless you choose to. I'm simply saying right, upstanding, light, good. It came into my hand as a righteous being of divinity. I alchemized it to work into my favor. I have that ability with my thoughts. I have that ability with my words. I have that ability with my actions, with where I put my energy, with how I develop. I have that ability, and therefore there is nothing that comes into the filter of my beingness that does not turn out good. Give it to me and I'll show you how you're supposed to work this. Go ahead, put my baby in prison, leave me for dead, walk away from me, talk about me behind my back, turn away from me, deny me, and I will show you how I turn it into favor. I will show you how I turn it into a blessing. I will show you how a mountain of miracles will come out of what you have done, because I am that creates my reality. You can put an experience before me that does not define me. You can put me in an experience that does not defeat me. And that brings me to our final point as we're getting out of this moment. Do not be fooled by the good and the bad. I was hurt as a child, or I was broken when my first marriage or my second marriage or my wherever you are. I was going to have this career in sports, and then I hurt myself, and then it just destroyed everything. I'm trying to tell you the stuff that I hear all the time, right? I hurt my leg and my hamstring, and it all went bad from there, and nothing ever worked back out after this, and then lost the baby, lost the loved one. Something went awry, it all went left, and it never came back. And whoever I was, and my life never got back on track. I'm saying that even in all that I've heard, and I've heard a lot of things, right? I do healing sessions regularly, okay? I'm hearing people bring to me their weariness and their broken heart and their confusion. And as alchemists, we transform that together. But I've heard so much. But you know what? At the end of the day, the only thing I've never heard is a defeated person. They come and you're speaking and you're seeking truth and you're seeking light and you're believing in better. See, because you can't manifest more if you don't seek better for yourself. So therefore, that part of you that you thought was dead, right? That person that violated you, hurt you, that part of you that was silenced, the part of you that was tortured and traumatized, and you thought that you were broken in that moment, but here you are before me 20 years later, 10 years later, 15 years later, asking for more, believing in life for more. Therefore, you are undefeated. There is no, how, Mama Harmony, can you say that it's all good? Do you know what happened to me? Do you know what I'm going through? Do you know what I have to battle through? How can you possibly fix your lips to say it's all good? And I'm saying because you are undefeated. You are the heavyweight champion of your own life. What they tried to take from you, what they tried to put in you, when you were confused, when you were lost, when you were alone, when you didn't have, yet and still you stand before me with enough willpower and enough of your faculties and enough of your spirit intact to tell me what you desire for yourself. You have come to me thinking that you are broken, but in reality, undefeated. You are undefeated. You are going out here and you are living a life still with hope. You are going out. You are tuning into a moment of harmony. You have come here today to tune into a moment to say there is something about this life I still believe in. There is something about my reality that I'm still fighting for. And when I'm thinking that they broke that child, when I'm thinking that they lost that person, when I'm thinking that it was the end, it is obviously not, because you came here today. You woke up this morning undefeated. You are undefeated, beloved. And that is why you can bravely, not rhetorically, don't just regurgitate what I'm saying. I would never want anyone to do that. We sharing. I'm not up in here telling nobody to do anything. Do not ever go out and say, she was saying all good. It's all good. And when I get into the office with the people, I'm supposed to say it's all good. And when I walk into my house with the bills, I'm supposed to say it's all good. And when I go on the dating site, Lord have mercy, I'm supposed to say it's all good. And she was saying I'm supposed to say that. And I don't know how she could say that it's all good. Because look at where I've been. Look at what I've gone through. Look at what I'm facing. Look at what I'm dealing in. Look at the heart of mine that I'm holding in my hands. But you're holding your heart as an alchemist, right? You're holding this bill that you can't pay as an alchemist, as a righteous being of divinity. You are holding a circumstance and an experience in your hand that you and only you have the power to completely transform. And therefore, it is all good. I know what I am capable of. That's what we are here today to understand about manifestation. Manifestation is not, I know what I could dream up. I know what I could wish about. Manifestation is in its essence the ability and the knowledge and understanding of what you are capable of. I didn't believe, I'm struggling to believe that I could have, that I'm worthy of, that this is possible. And the journey of my manifestation is not being able to wish harder on a star. It is about believing more in myself. It is about believing more in what I can do. It is about believing more and understanding more about what I've already done. You are undefeated. You are 0 for 0 right now. Every single thing that has come against you, every single thing that has tried to trap you, every single thing that has tried to stop you, you are here, you are breathing, and you are still believing in more. You are still believing in more. So understanding that fear fogs manifestation. Fear is a fogger for that. We going towards our manifestations, we are more afraid of the unknown and the unworthiness than we are that we will actually get what we have. Don't know. It's not that I don't know that it's possible. I don't know that I'm worthy. It's not that I don't know if it really can happen. It's that I don't know that I'm capable of that. I don't know that I can work in a place that brings me joy. Do what you love and you never work another day in your life. I don't know if I can have that. I don't know if people will believe in my gifts and talents the way that I believe in my gifts and talents. I don't know if people will see a miracle the way that I see a miracle. That's what manifestation really becomes about. What are you capable of? Mind, body, heart, soul, and spirit. What is it that you are looking at today that can be completely transformed into another tomorrow? Your entire life, the entire circumstance. How can I get to a place where I believe with every breath in my body that it is all good? I know right now that I'm in the middle of something. I know right now that I have to figure this out. It doesn't look the way that I want it to look. And the only reason that it hasn't come all the way full circle is because I am still needing to understand the good. The only reason it hasn't come full circle is something about myself I'm not seeing. It's something about myself I'm not knowing. It's something that I haven't grasped about what I'm capable of. I can do better than this. I know better than this. We say these things to ourselves all the time. But we do not spiritually enact those things into our lives. And then we will retreat and blame life and blame circumstance and say, it's just you just a bad choice. That's just a bad day. It's a bad job. I don't like this job. I don't like these people. They bad people. What are you capable of? And have you fully actualized your capabilities? This is manifestation. Your fear is fogging your manifestation. It's not happening because you think you don't deserve it. Yes, my love. All right, Bessie, if you like your Bessie, hey, if you are, that's my girl. She is going off. Yes, no. Yes, no, we're doing this. So it is all good. In the power of manifesting, in the deepness of your darkness, in your healing, in your trying, in your fighting, in your growing, in your understanding, it is all good. It is all working for my good when it doesn't feel like it. Remember, we said in the beginning of the moment, I didn't say it was all easy. I didn't say it was all simple. I didn't say it was all fast. I didn't say it was all consistent. Child, it ain't even all stable. I'm saying it's all good. It ain't even all there, right? But it is all good. It is all good because me falling into patterns of dysfunction is pushing me towards being more determined. Have you ever got to such a low place in your life that when you start getting right, you become fanatical about it? You'll never be broke again. You'll never be unhealthy again. You'll never be lonely again. You know what I'm saying? It's because when you fell into that deep cycle, it was pushing you to a place in yourself of good. Didn't feel like it, right? Because you were sluggish. Didn't feel like it because you were hungry. Didn't feel like it because you were confused. But it was pushing you. And when you got to a certain place and it all snapped, Never again. You don't ever have to worry about me again. Being foolish again. Being naive again. Being gullible again. Being lost again. Being frazzled again. I have in who I am, confidence in who I am and where I am. I can never be fooled again. You can never come with the trickery with me because it's all good. The path that I've worked on, it is all working out for my good. Peace and blessings, praise and power, and good morning to you coming in now. Welcome to a moment of harmony. It is all good. You are undefeated. None of it has broken you. None of it has stopped you. I know, yeah, we getting out of bed slower sometimes these mornings, right? We spending a little bit more time in a little bit of quiet. We need a little bit more time to recenter ourselves, child. We in a yoga pose a little more than we used to be. But it is all good. It is all for your good. And in order for us to manifest more, that has to become one of our spiritual mantras. It is all good. The person that got an attitude in front of you at the line in the grocery store, the person that cut you off in the car, the person that keeps on trying. You know how there is someone in your life, it seems like they try you. Why do you try me? Why are you always trying my patience? Because you are so good. Because you are so good. And this life is pushing you into the good. Yes, yes, Baba Ashe. It is pushing you towards that good. And you walk around like you're so good. You smell so good. You look so good. And you think life not gonna come and test your gangster? Are you really so good? It's all good, boo boo. You tried to through it through. Try me if you want to. Try me with the foolishness. Good. It's going to be good. I'm going to be good. It's going to be all good. Because this is what this good life is here to do for us. Push us towards what it is, who it is, where it is we deserve, we desire, we are looking and seeking to have and be. And that is not going to come easy. It is not going to come overnight, but it is coming. It is going to come. And it is going to come as soon as you realize, acknowledge, understand, and accept that it is going to come. And you create the space inside of yourself for it to come to. I don't have space. It's all good. I can't hold hate. I can't hold resentment. I can't hold a grudge. I can't hold disappointment. I need space for good. I need space for that new and those new and exciting opportunities. I need space for that deep and loving connection. I need space for that pride and joy and all the things that I touch and I grow and that I create. I need space inside of me. Therefore, inside of me, it has to be all good. I hear y'all. Y'all doing it. It has to be all good. So in our all good, because it's going to be all good. And I'm manifesting things that are all good. Again, I'm not saying I won't have a trial or tribulation or two. I'm not saying a challenge and a conflict won't arise. I didn't say I was manifesting nothing. I'm manifesting great things. That means things are coming to test up on that situation, to continue to grow me and condition me and develop me towards what I'm asking for. But it is all, if it works out in my favor, then it was all good. If it works out in my favor, it was all good. I'm talking no mistakes. I know we want to call some of our exes, we want to say mistakes, child. We want to say a thing or two. I'm talking no mistakes. I'm talking no bad days, right? I have a workout shirt that I love. One of my favorite workout shirts say, no bad days. That means every day I gave it what I had at that time. No bad days. Get up and give good to your day in the best way that you can. Call, talk, pray, walk, run, eat something green, take yourself a vitamin, tell somebody you love them, put good in your day, and the more good you are putting into the days, the more good days you are having. No bad days. It is all good. In your weariness, it is good. In your prayers, in your wanting, in your searching, baby, it is all good. And you will look up and you will cry and you will feel in your spirit. I've had some miracles unfolding simultaneously because it's how life works. Tragedies miracles in the same day, in the same moment sometimes. A tragedy and a miracle experiences. I'm going to label this a bad day. How can I say this is a bad day or this was a bad life? That was a bad experience. Because they're coming, life is happening as it should, all together in my yacht in balance. It is to me, it is up to me. I am the one that is creating at the end of the day how this day builds onto me, how this life is building within me. I am the definer of that. I have watched, and you will get into a moment where a miracle happens and the tears just flow. The overwhelming, you barely have the words to speak on the miracle because at that moment you realize it was all good. At the end, listen, I've given birth to 5 people. They have come out of my body. 5 people have pushed out of my body, 3 of them naturally, 2 of them with the epidural. One epidural didn't take because he's special like that. He's special like that. 5 children I have pushed out of my body. No C-sections, anything, and I ain't saying about a C-section because y'all some G's getting cut open like a drop top, okay? G. I have had all babies the way we have babies, okay? 5 of them. And every time I get into labor, not only that, as a doula, I have delivered over 30 babies. I've been assisting in the labor and delivery of over 30 babies. I have watched myself and other women begin to say, why am I in so much pain? Why am I doing this? What am I doing? Laboring, breathing, working, squatting, praying hour after hour after hour, people after people. You're hot, then you're cold, then you're sick, then you're not. Listen, all to get a life in my hands. It helps me to understand that it was all good. If you're a mama on this thing, you done gave birth to somebody, you know that every single day you have gone through when you are in labor and delivery, it literally vamoose. It disappears when you see this new life that came out of you. And the reason that all of the pain subsides, the reason that all of the agony, all of the work, all of the worry, that it all melts away because you realize that it was all bringing you to this moment. And therefore, it was working in your favor. That in order to open my body up, I had to work this baby down. And that felt like something. Okay, and because that felt like something, but it was all good, and it'd be so all good that we do it again, and then some of us do it again and again, and we still sit there through the pregnancy, through the whole thing. What was I thinking? Okay, go after those dreams. They're gonna feel like something. Start that new business. It's gonna feel like something. What is it? Start that new relationship. Go ahead on that first date. It's going to feel like something. Go ahead and write that the business plan. Feel like something. Vision board. It's going to feel like something. Go ahead and go through these motions. Make those big moves. Start that new regimen, that new eating regimen, that new lifestyle goals and workout regimen. It's going to feel like something because it's going to push you towards your all good. And you're going to say that the days I thought I was going to give up, the days that I didn't think I was going to make it, how many times you make it to the stage and you walk across it and you say, I didn't know how I was going to get here. It was a lot of days that felt like it wasn't because my love, it is all good. Life works like that. I talk to my brothers all the time. Shout out to Majestic and Victorious. And my brothers tell me all the time when I just get up into their lives and I talk about my brothers, our harmony is good. We're good. They always tell me they're good. It is, as a matter of fact, my brothers always share with me, and you would worry less if you understood just how good it all is. You would stress less and I'm listening to them because they tell me, like, you didn't look at you caught up in your chest. You can't breathe. You can barely talk right now because you caught up in a physical blockage. But if you knew just how good it was, if you could understand just how it was all working out for you, if you could understand how it was all coming together for you, you go ahead and you take the experience And you would exchange, what did I lose, what did I win, or what have I gained? Because we're not losing. What have I gained and how have I grown in this experience? And you would take the experience for what it was and you would allow it to continue to work out in your good. I love you all so very much. Thank you for thugging. You look, your girl is. I was thugging, okay? I'm thugging today. I don't feel great, okay? And y'all really helped me today. They been nothing but love in the chat. I love you all so much. Thank you for your coming in and giving your love and your light. Y'all the reason why I keep showing up. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to do this living thing together, and we have to grow together, and we have to do something about it. So I love you all so much. Thank you so much for joining me for another moment of harmony. I look forward to seeing you next week for another moment. But in the meantime, in between time, go ahead and take really good care of yourself. Really good care of yourself. Lay down, love down, sit down, okay? Love up, grow up, get up. Take really good care. I'm trying to read everybody. Thank you so much. Y'all are so amazing. Take really good care of yourself. Please take really good care of yourself. This one beautiful self that you were blessed to have, that you were given in this life to be. Take really good care of yourself. And then after you've done that, go on out your way and take really good care of somebody else. I love y'all so much, and I'll see you next time for another moment of harmony. Look, the people were peopling today. Y'all have been such a blessing. I love each and every one of you. I want to call out everybody, but I mean, y'all was really jumping today. I see Rach, I see New, I see Baba, Alchemist, I see, hey, Mr. Carter. Okay, we up here chatting and things. I love y'all, and thank y'all so very, very much.